welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection eyeshadow palette. So I actually filmed this video last weekend. That's why I'm going to look a little bit different in the intro. Filmed the video last weekend and then they announced that they were pulling the palette off the shelves. So, if you guys have not heard, there's a big announcement I guess, but pretty much from what I saw on social media, it was just that the palettes were manufactured where they typically do not normally get them manufactured, and because of that, the quality of the palettes were like hit or miss. So from what I saw, about 70% of people didn't get the best palettes and about 30% of people got really great palettes. So in case you were wondering what palette I got, I thought that I would go ahead and just show you guys this video. If you follow me on social media, I did ask you guys if you wanted to see it because I was kind of like up in the air, but a lot of people did say they wanted to see my review just to see like what my opinion was, and I'm guessing probably like to see what kind of palette I got, if mine was good or bad. So I thought I would go ahead and show it to you guys so that way you could see it. If you did have the palette, then I did do a tutorial in the video as well, but just so that way you could see my honest thoughts and opinions on the palette. So anyways, if you are new to my channel, then welcome. Let's go ahead and get started in the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the new Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetics face palette. So this actually just launched, I think it was last week, and I went ahead and picked it up, and I thought why not do a tutorial. The eyeshadow look that I'm wearing today is with this palette, and then do a review, show you guys some swatches. Anyways, if you're new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave you do not forget to subscribe down below, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the review and the tutorial of the palette. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so I've already did my whole face obviously since this is just an eye tutorial, and we're going to be using the Becca palette obviously since that's what the whole video is about. So what I've been doing is using this color right here as kind of like the transition color. I really wish they would have had like a more kind of like to the brown tone for the transition, but that's what's in the palette, so that's what we're going to work with. And I'm just going to dust this on the lids back and forth. Now I will say this, as far as building up the color, it does go on really nice, but if you want to get like a more intense color, you do have to keep going back into the palette. I've used this for about a week or so now, so. Then what I like to do is take the next darkest color right here, the like brown color, and I like to bring it down like kind of right on the outer edge and just kind of darken the crease up. And then I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's called Chardonnay. It's really, really pretty, and I'm going to use that as my lid color. And I will kind of show you guys, like whenever you start to tap it like this, it does kind of kick off a little bit of powder on these shades. So as you can see, it does get a little bit powdery. And again, I'll just kind of show you guys up close. It does kick off some powder whenever you get those shades out. Then lastly, I'm going to take the darkest shade right here. I'm just going to put that in the outer corner. Okay, now I'm just going to put on some mascara. Here lately I just really haven't been doing liner, so I'm just going to kind of keep this natural. And then for the bottom, I'm just going to go in with the darker shade, kind of like on the outer edge. Then I'm also going to take this shade right here and just pop it in the inner corner for a like highlighted effect. And yeah, that's the eye look. So let's go ahead and zoom out. We'll do swatches and we'll do a full review of the palette. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the palette. So anyways, this is the packaging right here. It says Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection Eye Palette. And it's like the same exact packaging the other palette came in as well. So this is what the front looks like, of course. And then on the back side, it says Jaclyn Hill, and it just talks about the palette. And there's what the back looks like. It has her signature on it as well. And sorry, the packaging isn't in the best condition because I've had this palette and I have been using it, so I kind of just put it back in its packaging. So anyways, whenever you guys open it up and slide the palette out, again, it is the mirrored packaging. I'm trying to like clean it off. So here's what the packaging looks like. It says Becca and Jaclyn Hill. It has the little sparkles, and she actually said that the ideal around that was kind of to be like confetti or like a champagne being popped, really. And then on the back side, it has the colors that are in the palette right there. So when you open it up, you do get a little sleeve thing that has all of the different colors in it and what they are. And I will say I do really like the mirror. It's just a good quality mirror. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it is a really good mirror. And here are the shadows in the palette. So the palette does come with 5 different shadows. And here's a close-up of the shadows. So here's what these shadows look like, and as you can see right here are the 2 shimmers, and then these ones over here are mattes. The palette itself retails for $40, which is pretty pricey, especially for 5 eyeshadows. I believe that's the same price that all of her shadow palettes are. So yeah, now that I've kind of told you guys a little bit about the packaging and everything, let's get into the swatches. Okay, so I'll go ahead and swatch the first 2 shimmer shades. So here are what they look like right here. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that she said this one is the one that she had the most like making in, as far as like she really kind of made this shadow, as you can see. And I do really like the shade that I just mentioned, this one right here. It's one of the only ones I didn't put on my eyes today. But here they are right there, so that way you guys can kind of see them a little bit closer. And then for the matte, you basically have like a kind of taupe purple, I would say. Then you have like a brown, and then you have a dark purple. So here's what they look like on the fingers, and here's what they look like swatched on the hand. And then I also want to show you guys this really quick. So this is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I've never bought any of Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfectors, but honestly I love Jaclyn and I love Champagne Pop, so I thought, why not? The packaging's beautiful. As you can see, it's the same packaging that her Champagne Pop comes in. And then on the back side, it does have her little picture and a little bit about the product. And I've been loving this, honestly. I mean, I don't know if I'll get any more of them, but just this, I love it. So here's what it looks like in the packaging. It does have a pump on it. And it's really good because it gives you, oh my gosh, I just like completely pumped out a whole pump. It gives you a really nice glow without being too overpowering. But with the liquid version, you can mix it into your foundations. You can just kind of tap it on the high points of your cheek as a liquid highlighter. But I mean, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just used this much of it. So kind of, as you can see, oh my gosh, way too much. But you can just rub it in and it just gives the most luminous glow to your skin. I mean, as you can see, this is all blended in and it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, do you see this? Like, honestly, you guys, I would pick this up if I were you. Oh, love it. Okay, so sorry, moving back onto the palette. I wanted to show you guys that swatch though. Okay, so the pros of the palette, you are getting pretty wearable colors. So as you can see, these are really neutral. I feel like you can wear these to work, so they are work appropriate. I can wear these on a day-to-day basis. So you are getting a palette that has a lot of neutral tones that are very wearable. And I feel like they would look good on a lot of skin tones as well. So that's one pro. Plus, you know, you are getting an item that Jaclyn Hill did help create. And that's the whole reason I got the palette. You guys know I really like Jaclyn and I always support her in any of the collaborations that she's did, and so that's why I wanted to pick it up, and because I wanted to review it for you guys as well. So I think that would be the pros. I do actually really like the formula of the darker shade, this one right here. I mean, it is really pretty, and I wish that I would have used that in the tutorial because it is really, the formulation's really awesome in this shadow. Honestly, I feel like those are the pros for me. I cannot think of any more. I'm like you know, for me, I always try to give you guys as many pros and cons as I can, but I can't honestly think of anything else that I can say is a pro to getting this palette. You are getting something that's limited edition. If you're a limited edition junkie, then that's probably a pro for you as well. But as far as the cons go, you're getting 5 eyeshadows for $40. Now, if these were, and I hate to say it like this, but like Natasha Denona eyeshadows, I would be on the train to go pick them up. You know what I mean? But I don't think that for what you're getting, that that's a good steal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think $40 for those 5 shadows is a good deal. On top of that, you guys know in the other video I did talk about the packaging being mirrored, and I personally just don't like that because I get fingerprints all over it, so that's just me. And then on top of that, you know, the shadow I have on my lid, now I really like the eye look that I came up with. Personally, I would wear this, but could I get it from another palette? Yes, I could. This shade, whenever you put it on, it's just kind of chunky. There is a little bit of flakiness and fallout in that shadow. Even though I really do like the shadow color on my lids when I blend it out, it is kind of harder to work with. The pigmentation, I feel like, just isn't really there like I expected it to be. Now, this is the first time I'm trying Becca Cosmetics shadows. I've never tried them before, so I'm not trying to like completely diss them or anything. I feel really bad that I'm having so many cons, but for me, like, if I'm gonna spend $40 on an eyeshadow palette, I just really want to knock my socks off. So cons, like I said, the packaging will get dirty, I guess you would say. The shadows, I don't feel like they all are very pigmented. You do have to do a lot of building up to get the pigmentation payoff. And the price tag is $40, and it's difficult to get your hands on because it is a limited edition collaboration. So as far as my overall thoughts, which I'm sure you guys already know by this point, I hate to say it, but I got this palette because of the hype around it, and granted they did release it online first, so no one else has really got to try it before they got it in the mail, you know what I mean? But if it were me, if I was going to get $40 and have to spend it on something, I probably wouldn't pick this palette up, and that's just because I feel like for $40 the eyeshadows could be a little bit better. Yeah. So I personally don't think it's really worth the hype. Oh, I hate saying that. For me, I would say if you really were trying to go get something or a new eyeshadow palette for $40, like, I would really probably get something else. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the palette, but kind of disappointed. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I'm always going to be true to you guys with my opinions, and you guys know when something makes me really excited and I really like something, and then you're gonna know whenever like I just don't like it. And for me, this palette just isn't worth all the hype that I feel like it's building up around. Now, the Jaclyn Hill face palette, this one, if you guys haven't saw my review on it, I'll leave it linked down below, but I would get this. I would get this 100 times over getting the eyeshadow palette. So if you guys are wanting to pick up one thing from the collection, this would be my choice. And I am still doing a giveaway with this one, so I'll leave that down below too. But anywho, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I don't know, maybe I got a dud. Who knows? But I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.